What the fuck is up? Nobody. Nobody's here yet. It's okay. We're still setting up. Ooh. All right. We are. Bengals, Giants, Falcons. Panthers. What the fuck is up, Wesley? Wes? First man in here. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Been a minute since I've done a live stream, dude. How are you doing, dude? I've been kind of AWOL the past couple days. Life has not been very kind. Very busy. Niners, Titans, Falcons, Commanders. Dude, it's got its ups and downs. Sleep is okay. Thankfully, my wife handles the nights most of the time. I mean, my wife's breastfeeding, so like, there's not too much I can do. I live in Germany, so she's fully on maternity leave for the next like year, so that's pretty nice. But um, yeah, it's rough. Something, first time parents, it's always rough. It's a new experience getting the hang of stuff. I'm not sure if you have any kids, but I think your profile pic. I think you got a couple little ones in your profile pic. I'm not sure if that's um, fake avatar or real. I assume it's real. Sleep's okay. Titans, Falcons, Commanders, Tampa Bay. You can probably hear the baby actually in the background. Yeah, man. It comes at you fast, dude. It's kind of an insane proposition that like you go to the hospital. Oh, there you go. 3.5 and 1.5. Nice. So I have a girl as well. She's now 2 months. So you leave the hospital, man, and I I can't speak for the states. I haven't had a kid in the states, but you get a couple days in the hospital. They help you out. They give you tips. It's like called the weekly room or whatever. I assume it's the same in the states. And then it's just like, all right, here's your baby. Good luck. You know. And then you're just holding this little Tamagotchi, this little like level 1 Pokemon, and you have to go home, figure it out. So I don't know. Does it get better? I've been kind of debating that with my wife the past couple days. Like, um, I'm of the belief that newborn infancy stage is the toughest, and it gets easier because to make it concise, like a newborn has no rationale, man. There's no logic. There's no tools at your disposal. You can just soothe them and hope they stop crying. While like younger kids, toddlers, and as they age, just in general, I feel like there are more tools at your disposal of dealing with them and soothing them. Right? You can start to reason with them, start to talk to them, start to explain stuff. I don't know. I'm curious of your input there, so I can go wave it in front of my wife. See, Wesley says it gets easier. So B Mags, what is up, bro? How you doing? Yeah, neck strength. Yeah, dude. I I keep seeing that as like the light at the end of the tunnel. Like as soon as my baby can hold her neck up properly, like that's when everything's going to change. She's going to be way less fragile, a little bit more mobile, a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Versatile. I don't know. You can hold her in different ways. You can like kind of one hand her, get chores done, you know? So this live stream has turned into a baby rearing live stream. What's up, Vidius? How you doing, man? How's everybody's matchups, man? How's everybody feeling? I know there's some tough matchups this week across the board. Couple good over-unders, couple good games to attack, but there's some brutal ones, man. I'm kind of trying to get situated. You're trying to get prepared. Gathering the intel, dude. Gathering the intel so that I can help with some of these sit starts. I feel like everybody kind of knows who they're starting at this point, but in case anybody has questions, happy to answer. Or happy to give my input. I'm no smarter than any of you guys. But I do have the power of the vape. The vape gives me visions of the ether. I get visions of what's going to happen in fantasy football. Every time I rip the vape, I get ancient secrets, ancient knowledge of who's going to score a touchdown. If I rip the fattest vape cloud, dude, I can see the first touchdown of the first games. Oh fuck. Brenton Strange, touchdown. Oh shit. Honestly, man, Vidius, dude, when James Cook busted that out against that defense too, it was looking like it was gonna be a massive game. I would honestly say you're a little lucky there, Vidius, that James Cook didn't actually pop even further off. He busted that like 45-yard touchdown early, and I was like, yo, anybody facing James Cook, take a shot right now, dude. Take a couple tequila shots. Get ready for the fucking. So 19 fantasy points is actually not. Was it 19? I think something like that. Yeah. We're gonna look at some news, boys. Welcome to everybody. Thank you guys for joining, man. Like the stream, like the video, like the stream, so that more friends can find the stream, so we can make more friends around here. Let's look at some news, dude. News is gonna start coming through, usually around 5:30 or so. Cameron, ooh, what's up, brother? A long time, Cam, dude. I've been AWOL, man. Newborn life has been stun locking me. It's day and night. She's at, yeah. I'm not gonna open that can of worms again, but the newborn has not been very, let's just say, agreeable at the moment. So, how are you doing, Cam? How's the post puppy life, dude? I know the last live stream we had, you had some bad news with the pupper. The goodest of boys. Roger. What's up, Roger that? Welcome, bro. Roger in the house. All right. Give you guys a peek behind the curtain here. What are we working on, dude? We're working on a little bit of a cheat sheet here. Charlie Best. I'm not sure if he's the best, but Charlie's here. Needs to pick one. Tootin, Jalen Warren, Burden, or Loveland. Charlie. Let me show you my matchup, Charlie. I'm gonna show you show you how I'm dealing with the same exact predicament you're dealing with. Check this out. I got Tootin, Tucker, Burden. That's already, and I have Jalen Warren. So I got a couple of the names you got in there, Charlie. I'll get back to that in a second, Cam. Let me just help Charlie. All right, Charlie. So at the moment, Jalen Warren is kind of a must start against the Chicago Bears, dude. at the end of the day, the Chicago Bears just have a middling defense, and this could be a back and forth, higher scoring game. Both defenses aren't really good. I think Jaylen Warren is probably a lock. I mean, if you can only pick one from that list, I think it has to be Jaylen Warren. The fact that it's full point PPR, like my gut wants to start Burden. You know, he has the slot role to himself at this point. He's going to be the full time slot player now, and that's a nice role for Ben Johnson offense. And the Pittsburgh Steelers have one of the worst offenses or defenses against wide receivers. The last 4 weeks alone, they are fifth. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sixth against wide receivers. On the season, they're absolute last against wide receivers. So they've improved slightly in the last 4 weeks, but I know that you probably want to start Burden. I think we need to see it one week, right? We need to see if he gets more involvement, if he can move up the pecking order. At the moment, he's kind of trapped behind. He's trapped behind pretty much everyone, right? Even Loveland is getting more touches than him. So go with Warren, dude. Tootin, unfortunately, isn't the pass catching back there. So when it comes to full point PPR, if he doesn't get the touchdown, you're feeling a little sad. So just stick with Warren. You can kind of probably guarantee that he's going to at least get goal line. He's going to potentially get, a touchdown, maybe a couple passes, because I don't think he's going to lose all the third down work. So I'd go Warren. Or Devontae Smith is another one. B-Mags, is it full PPR or half? If it's full PPR, let's have a look at it, dude. Let's give you an actual answer. All right, Eagles are playing against, where are they at? I assume you mean Devontae Smith, right? Where the fuck are the Eagles at? Are they playing this week? Yeah, against the Cowboys. You got to go D Smith there, dude. Drop the D. Drop D's on them. Cowboys. Let's have a look at the defense. I know they've improved. The past 2 weeks, the Cowboys are 8th best against wide receivers. But this is a divisional game, back and forth, high over-under, or at least higher over-under, right? The Steelers over-under is 46.5, also not bad. I think the full-point PPR makes me think it's Devontae Smith. Because you can probably scam your way. Like let's say the Cowboys defense is better, right? That might actually be a net benefit, because then that means that the Eagles are going to have to throw the ball a little bit more, right? If the Cowboys defense is playing better all around, tighter game, right? The Eagles can't just run. They're going to have to open it up a little and throw it. So I think Devontae Smith there, man. But that's kind of a tough one, B-Mags. B Silva, what's up, bro? Welcome back, man. Trevor Lawrence, Brisket, Flacco, Caleb Williams, floor and ceiling pick. Let's have a look, man. At a glance, I'm not really sure. I want to do Caleb. I mean, Caleb has such a good matchup, though. Caleb, to me, dude, like the ceiling is there. We've seen some Caleb games where he pops the fuck off, and it's a really good matchup against the Steelers. But damn, dude, we've also seen the run game just dominate. We've seen the run game for the Lions, or the Bears. Sorry, they really want to lean on the run. Brisket, who are they playing? They're playing the 49ers? No, not the 49ers. They're playing the Jags. Jags' run D is really good, but their secondary is trash, bro. So you got some options here, dude. It's not going to be Flacco simply because of the over-under, Silva. 36.5 over-under. What the fuck am I saying, dude? Flacco's not even on the Browns anymore, dude. This is holy shit. Why do you guys watch this? Why do you guys watch my streams? Yeah, 50.5 over-under, but they're 7.5 point underdogs against the Patriots. We know the Patriots defense is legit. Let's look at how many points they've given up to quarterbacks the last couple of weeks. Bryce Young, yeah, probably not Bryce Young. Let's look. So, the Patriots are, where the fuck are the Patriots, man? 21st worst against quarterbacks. Interesting. So they're giving up 19 points to quarterbacks. And it's a high over-under. Damn. It might be Flacco, but no Chase. I can see why you're struggling, man. This is kind of a tough one. Like, I could just go by rankings and Vegas projections. That's one way you could do it, bro. Look at the Vegas projections. Who's projected for the most yardage, highest, pass attempts and stuff. That'll give you a good idea. I honestly think it could be Flacco in this one. Trevor Lawrence against the Cardinals. I don't know. I think that's a game they lean on the run, right? I think that's a game that Tootin and ETN are pretty involved. You might be sad about Lawrence, bro. He might have one touchdown, right? One touchdown to Tootin, one touchdown to ETN, another one to Trevor. And that might be all she said there. So I'll tell you what, man. I would personally go between Flacco and Caleb. I would say that Flacco is the floor, Caleb is the ceiling. That's how I do it, bro. Flacco as the floor. If you want like a safe, he's probably going to throw 2 touchdowns. Probably have like 260 yards, 2 touchdowns. If you want ceiling in a game that could just be, bro, both of these teams, like I personally play Caleb Williams because I want that ceiling. We got a 6-4 Steelers with the Ravens coming. They're coming, dude. They're coming for them. They're coming hard. And then we got the Bears at 7-3. Also, dude, I think they're winning the division at the moment, right? I think their lead is also super slim. I think the Lions are like 6-4. So this is a game that both teams are going to be wanting to win. The result, they could be playing conservatively. That's the fear, right? None of them want to make a mistake. So you're kind of hoping it's good weather. Both teams have to win this. You're hoping one of them takes a lead early. You're hoping like the Steelers take an early lead, and then the Bears have to sling it, and Caleb Williams has himself like another comeback game. The shoulder injury, of course, it's concerning, man. Plus, you got the Jamar Chase not being there. That's like all of that stuff impacts the offense, right? So, and we know that it's a better defense than the Steelers. So I'd go Caleb, bro. I think there's a higher chance that the Patriots shut out the Bengals fully than there is that the Steelers shut out the Bears. I know we've spent hella time. Aaron Rodgers is not even playing. Is it official he's not playing? Is that official? I gotta hit the vape, dude. I need to peer into the flames. Silva, why are you coming in here with some heat? You're coming in with the heat, dog. Aaron Rodgers. Damn, he's sitting out. Won't play. Fuck. I wonder if the line is going to move substantially. Let's see. How did the line move? Oh, we can't even see it. Damn, Silva. I don't want to start Bryce Young, bro. I know it's a good over-under. I know the 49ers defense ain't great, but do you want to start Bryce Young? Do you feel confident in him? Like, he's more of a streaming option, right? I don't know, dude. Fucking B. Silva. Flip a coin, man. Flip a coin between Caleb. If you're concerned about the shoulder injury and you're concerned with no Chase with Flacco, flip a coin between Brisket and Caleb. Right? Because, Brissett he's been cooking. So Wesley has another question. Mark Andrews or Brenton Strange? Damn, dude. I think you got to go with Andrews there. Let's look at the over. I know the over-under for the Ravens game is it's going to be a positive game script, bro. 13.5 point favorites. Mark Andrews might not be needed in this game, dude. But are you confident throwing Brenton Strange first game back? First game back, dog. because I'm in a similar predicament with Brenton Strange, but I it's between Strange and Theo Johnson for me. Damn, dude, I kind of want to start Brenton Strange. Brenton, yo, Wes. Here's what I'll say, man. I think Mark Andrews has the higher chance for a touchdown, but he can also be a low volume player today. So you're really hoping for the touchdown, right? Brenton Strange is a lottery ticket. He's a joker, man. He could have high volume in a must win game for them too, because they have to hold on to they're fighting for a wild card spot essentially, and pretty much everyone and their mom is pegging them to miss the playoffs, right? They're going to be the odd man out. Like they're going to miss it. The Ravens might get back in it. So are they going to prove people wrong? And is Brenton Strange going to be much more needed than usual? Probably, man. Maybe. You know what, dude? I would YOLO if the rest of your team is solid. I'd YOLO Brenton Strange just with the chance of a little bit more volume. That's what I would do. I don't know. That's a tough one, man. B Silva, dude, just shook my world with that Rogers call. Yo, B Silva, I need to get you on the fucking. I need to hit you up with a internship, man. You need to be ears to the ground if you're still here. The news is going to start rolling in. We're going to start seeing a lot more Testing, testing. Can you guys hear me now? Hello? Hello? I think we're good, right? We might be back, boys. Can you guys hear me now? Hello? We back. I think we're back with a substantially shittier audio quality. Let me know what you guys hear. Dude, was this all a ploy to get engagement? This is all a ploy to get you guys to type into the chat for the engagement. Um, oh fuck, dude, my mic's not working again. You gotta like the stream and subscribe, or else it's gonna. Oh shit, you're breaking up. Oh fuck, dude, I think you guys gotta subscribe to my premium Patreon. Big fantasy, dude. Is it AM radio, dude? What the fuck happened to my mic, man? Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, it's using my webcam mic at this point. Webcam mic for the loss, dude, for the lose. I don't know what happened to my other mic. You gotta figure it out. Post production. Fire my intern. I'm gonna fire my Bangladeshi remote intern for making sure my physical mic setup isn't proper. All right, where were we, man? That mic interruption might be the most eventful thing on these streams, aside from me ripping the vape, and peering into the flames and seeing the future of fantasy football. Big fantasy trying to silence me, dude. What if that was like the CBS team infiltrating the stream and silencing my mic? They're like, dude, he's growing too fast. He got 4 subscribers this week. He's a force to be reckoned with. We need to silence him. CBS team is on me, dude. Heath Cummings. Heath Cummings is a double agent. Infiltrated the stream. I might have to get a cybersecurity specialist. I make like $33 a month from this fucking fantasy football channel, and my first hire is going to be a cybersecurity specialist, getting $60K a year. I'm gonna be in the fucking hole, dude, trying to secure this goddamn stream. I gotta take a goddamn bank loan to secure the stream, dude. Secure the fucking Sunday live stream. 7 viewers concurrently. Second hire is gonna be a counter hacker to counter hack the CBS team. What the fuck am I saying, man? All right, dude. Let's look at some more. Yeah, he's out, Cam. I saw a report that he's officially out, so that could also be sabotage. Could also be big fantasy trying to give us false reports. Dude, I want to know what you guys think in the chat. What are you guys thinking, if you are even thinking about him, about Brenton Strange? Brenton Strange. B Silva. Holy shit, B Silva. Did you just copy paste your fucking bachelor thesis? Start 2 running
Start two running backs, two wide receiver, two flex. So fucking set your lineup for you. God damn it, Silva. You're probably not even a sub. Are you even a subscriber, Silva? I'm gonna check the logs, dude. Fucking B Silva, set my lineup. Hey fam, set my lineup for free. Silva. I need to have a fucking Patreon tier just for B Silva's ass, dude. It's the B Silva tier. Massive upside. Starters: Aaron Jones, Derrick Henry, Butte, Christian Watson, Trey Tucker, Sean Tucker. Waivers: Yoshivas, Tillman, Coker, Mechie, Strange, A.D. Mitchell, Slayton. Um, the only possible change I would probably think about making there, B Silva, set my lineup for me. B Silva, bro. If your name is like Bernard, man, your name better be something dope, dude. It better be like Bruno. The only thing I'd possibly change, bro, is Kayshawn Booty in terms of upside. Maybe Butte for like Slayton. Um, the Lions' run D is great, but their secondary is not that great, right? So if the Giants are going to do anything, it's going to have to be Slayton. It's going to have to be Wan'Dale Robinson. So and then you got garbage time on top of it. So like Slayton could cut loose for a deep touchdown. So if we're just talking upside, right? Like Yoshibas, in my opinion, he doesn't have the massive upside because he's a bitch. No, I'm playing. He's more of the underneath guy, while T Higgins is more of the touchdown threat. So I don't know though, man. I mean, I think you're probably better off with Butte because he's actually like a good wide receiver on a good team with a good QB, while Slayton's got Jameis, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know, bro. Um, why is the chat not, dude? Why do you guys watch this show, bro? The chat is not even showing. There's no chat. It's boring. My audio is cutting off. I'm using a goddamn AM microphone. Why does anybody watch this stream, dude? Thank you guys for being here, man. Make sure you guys like the stream. Make sure you guys subscribe. Brian B Silva, make sure you subscribe to the new Patreon tier. That's just for you, bro. Crazy B Silva. Hey, yo, B Silva. My playoffs are also on the line, bro. All of us, we're all down bad at the moment, dude. Don't you know by now this community, the never lucky community, bro? I don't think anybody's above 500 in any league. If you are above 500 in any league, get out. There's the door. If you're successful in fantasy football, get the fuck out. We don't want you here. I'm just losing viewers, losing the 6 viewers that I have. Every single person leaves. Uh, any more news? Predicting that Jack Thomas will be high scoring as good as the Jaguars defense played last week. I think Brissett still airs it out. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's the problem, Vidius. Strange. His floor is, I mean, his floor, let's be honest, is 0 points, right? Like he could just be a super part-time player as they try to get him up to speed, right? Now I want to think that maybe he started practicing a week ago and they held him out so that he can get another practice in. So I like to think he's going to be at full speed, but it's too risky, right? The possibility of him not getting a full-time snaps is there. Why the fuck is the chat not working? What is this? Fucking yo, B Silva. I had Khalil Shakir in the lineup the whole week. At the last minute, I'm like, you know what, bro? I'm not about to miss out on the Tootin like explosion game. You know, like last week was a heat up game, and like I don't want to miss out on the explosion, man. So I took him out at the last second, bro, and I was like, Khalil Shakir is gonna probably get me like 7 points, if even. And when I saw that man catch that like 48-yard like hook and ladder, I fucking threw my newborn, dude. I was like, God damn, what's up, Ronnie? Hey, yo, Ronnie, that's a sick ass name, dude. Welcome, bro. Full PPR, Hunter Henry or Jake Ferg. I don't know how you sit Hunter Henry in this game, bro. Let me show you something here, Ronnie. The Ron man, the Ronner, the Ronifer, the Royal Ron. The Bengals are absolute dog shit against tight ends, bro. 21 fantasy points in just this is just the last 4 weeks, bro. Last 4 weeks they've given up 21 fantasy points to tight ends. If we look at the season, dead last, dead last, bro. 21 fantasy points given up. They've been giving up that much ever. There were a couple explosion games. Like I think the Steelers dropped like fucking 50 fantasy points on them alone, all their tight ends combined. And cherry on top is that I'm playing against Hunter Henry, so you just know that man's about to eat. He's about to cook. So Ferguson, Turd Ferguson, unfortunately, as long as Pickens and Lamb are there, he's the third option, bro. And as the third option, he's just not performing. Let's look at him. Like I don't know, bro. I think Lamb came back in what, week 7 or so, right? And since then, he's yet to break 10 fantasy points. So it's not looking good, man. K Dog, what's up, K Dog? Need two this week. PPR Loveland, Fannin, Strange, Dyke, DK, Dortch, Tez, Burden, Slayton, Hollywood, Algier. Um, PPR. I almost feel like it's not going to be any of the tight ends. Uh, let's see, bro. Let's see. I don't want that Titans game. I don't want to touch that shit. The over under is 41 and a half with the Titans being massive underdogs. I like DK, but I don't want to touch that. Let me fix the audio here. I think you guys are getting blasted. Testing, 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 testing. Fuck it. Um, you need two this week. You know what, bro? This is gonna sound a little bit foolish, but I'm going Tez and Burden. Tez and Burden in full PPR. Burden, he has the slot rule to himself. Playing against the Steelers defense. Their secondary is absolutely horrible. They give up like the most points to wide receivers on the season. He's officially ahead of Olamide Zaccheaus, so I'm going Burden, bro. I think a lot of people are calling this the breakout game for Burden. So you're just hoping that Rudolph can hang, hoping that Rudolph keeps them in the game so that the Bears have to continue throwing. That's the one concern with that. But Slayton, he's not a high volume guy. You know, when we look at Slayton, 4 targets. He's getting the bombs, the bomb throws down the field, but I don't think we want to rely on that type of shit, man. I think the types of players like Slayton who just get the bombs, like the Alec Pierces of the world, like Darius Slayton is essentially black Alec Pierce. He's black Alec Pierce, dude. He's Blalick Pierce. Um, except Alec Pierce is actually getting crossing routes and intermediate shit now. So I I like Slayton as like a ceiling play, but in terms of full PPR, like you just want a guy who's going to get you like you want the dudes who can get you like 6 for 60 and then hope they get a touchdown, you know. And I think Burden and Dortch have that. Um, Thank you for the words, K Dog. Definitely not the best fantasy channel out there. I appreciate it. Definitely not the best. I mean, my fucking mic went out in this stream. My live chat isn't even showing up. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Best fantasy channel. I'm fucking ripping the vape live on the stream. Come on, bro. I appreciate it though. Ronnie has another question, dude. Ronnie, you can ask any question, bro. With a name like that, with a name like Ronnie, I'll answer every question for you, bro. That's like talking to myself. I'm like looking in the mirror right now, dude. Uh, Full PPR, Swift, ETN, Flowers, Jennings, dude. Embarrassment of riches. The Ron man, the Ronner. Um, all right. I already did a little bit of research on like Swift, ETN because I'm starting some of them. The problem with Flowers, bro, is that they're such favorites, right? Like I just it's a 45.5 over under. They're 13-point favorites. Are they going to need to throw the ball? That's the issue, right? I think you go Swift and ETN, even in full PPR. Oh, you can if for the flex, you can only start one. Oh shit, bro, this is tough. It's so tough, dude. It's so tough to have to bench three of those guys. Damn, why are you doing this to me, Ronnie? Uh, Shit, dude. I don't even know where to start, dude. I don't even know how to help you right now. All right. I think the safest way to approach this, Ronnie, I know, dude, Cam, I'm getting kicker questions. Boswell or Loop. I'm gonna have to open up another tab here and do some research for you. Hold up, AJ. I'll get to you, man. Swift, ETN, Flowers, Jennings. All right. When it comes to over unders, Jennings has a really nice over under, but they're big time favorites, right? My opinion, if I'm like debating between players, I want the over under and I want the team that's gonna lose. That's the way I view it. If I'm like really debating between a couple players, so Jennings kind of out of the question for me because this could be a game where Pearsall shows up finally. Like maybe they needed a game for him to get situated. And I do think Pearsall is the bigger volume guy for the 49ers. So I think Jennings is probably out. Like we'll play process of elimination here, right? And then it's between Swift, ETN, and Flowers. In a full PPR, you probably give the edge to Flowers, but the over under is not great. They're big time favorites. So let's break it down here. So we got Swift against the Steelers. No Aaron Rodgers. Swift to me, it's like either between Swift and ETN, right? Because we also have the Jaguars against the Cardinals, who have a bad defense. They're just a bad team in general. Brissett, any given week, can turn into Geno Smith. He and Geno Smith are kind of like the same dude. And I'm not being racist. Just they're journeymen. They've shown flashes. It's not about their skin color. Who am I fucking kidding? Yes, it is. No. Oh man, I'm getting canceled, bro. I'm getting canceled. My 2K sub channel is getting canceled. Jacoby Brissett and Geno Smith are very similar players, and it is not because of their skin color, race, or the fact that they both came from at-risk neighborhoods. Uh, they probably even didn't. They probably both came from good neighborhoods. Let's be honest. I haven't even answered your question, bro. Like, it's probably ETN. This team wants to run the ball. They're playing against the Cardinals, who are bad. I don't think Jacoby Brissett is legit. I think there's going to be, they're going to be playing with a big time lead here. And if they don't play with a big time lead, it could be a back and forth game, right? So like, there's so many outs here. There's so many ways for ETN to produce. If they're losing, he gets a lot of passing work. If they're winning, he's going to get a lot of the goal line stuff. So um, I think I'm going with ETN there, man. I just don't know if Swift has the same stranglehold on the backfield, right? Like I know my nun guy's getting a lot of work now, so I'm going ETN. And at the last minute, if you're like, fuck it, I need more upside, I'd then go Flowers. I think Swift is probably the odd man out. It's between Swift and ETN, and I'll probably lean ETN, man. It's a little bit safer. Next, let's find this dude a kicker. Boswell or Loop? Uh, it's probably not Boswell, man, because I think Boswell, he's gonna be so they're underdogs. They're -3. Boswell as the underdog, I usually lean toward the team that's going to be winning, team that's going to score more points. Loop. Who the fuck is Loop? He's the kicker for the Ravens, right? Damn, that's actually a tough one, AJ. I don't even know if AJ is still here, bro. AJ, if you're still here, subscribe. Yo, AJ, if you're still here, subscribe to the Patreon. Um, I appreciate it, K Dog. By the way, man, thank you. I appreciate you, bro. AJ, if you're still here, bro, I would go with. I love Sean Tucker. I'd go with Sean Tucker. I'd go with Sean Tucker. I think the Bucks Rams game is going to be back and forth. I know the Rams have a really good run D and good pass D, but I'd go with Sean Tucker. All the hype is behind him. We know that when the man gets more than 10 touches, he scores fantasy points, bro. He gets like 30 plus fantasy points when he has more than 10 touches. And they're saying he's going to be the workhorse. I'd go with Tucker over Swift and Parker. I know that might sound dumb. Swift is probably ranked ahead of him on a lot of rankings, but I think the Bucks Rams game has a higher chance to be a back and forth. Um, and Yeah, I'd go Tucker. I don't want to miss out on another big time game. While Swift, we kind of know what he is at this point. We know what he can do, right? Like I'm kind of second guessing what I'm saying now. You know, he was dealing with a little bit of an injury. Guy's bleeding into his workload. Yeah, bro, I'd go with Tucker, man. I don't want to miss out on that shit, dude. I'm throwing Tucker in there. But you should try to fit Swift into your lineup somehow, AJ. If you have like a flex, man, I feel like Swift and Tucker are pretty similar in terms of like it could very well be by the end of this week, both of them have like, 12 to 15 fantasy points. I don't know. Did I miss any questions? AJ, Cam, getting kicker questions. You might be the GOAT. Who the fuck is Tyler Loop, dude? I'm going to make that the tagline of this channel. Who the fuck is Tyler Loop? Two RBs and a flex. There we go. Matthew giving me some. I can sink my teeth into this question, man. So we got Hunt, Aaron Jones, Tucker, Knight, and Mooney. I and it's full PPR. Let's keep that in mind. So Hunt is probably removed from that just because the dude has to get a touchdown to pay off. And at full PPR, he's not going to really help you as a receiver. So even if he does get into the end zone, what are we looking at? A 12-point ceiling? So Hunt is probably removed. Aaron Jones, revenge game. And there's no Josh Jacobs. I think the fucking Vikings might win this game, bro. I think Aaron Jones comes back to Lambeau. I think Aaron Jones comes back to Lambeau. I think Aaron Jones is one of them. Let's put Aaron Jones in the lineup at one of the RB spots. I don't know if Bam Knight is someone we can trust. I know the Jaguars have a really good run D. Just to make sure, bro, let's look at how the Jags have been playing. The Jaguars are the fifth best team, bro, in the last 4 weeks against running backs. They've only given up 16 fantasy points a game, and they're going to be playing from behind likely. It's kind of crazy that the Jags are only 1.5 point favorites, but I don't think we can trust Bam Knight, bro. I know he would have had a much bigger game last week if he had like a long touchdown called back off a penalty, but uh, I think you're gonna go with Aaron Jones and Tucker, and at your flex, honestly, bro, flip a coin between Mooney and Knight because it's full PPR. I probably lean Mooney. Kirk Cousins and Mooney had a nice little rapport in seasons, in the last season. And Mooney's kind of the only dude there, right? You don't need to be the hottest chick at the party. You just need to be the only chick at the party, right? So Mooney's like the only chick right now, and he seems healthy enough. Every week he's getting a little bit healthier. So I'd go if this was my team, bro. I'd go Jones, Tucker, Mooney. Good luck, Matthew. Fucking come back and let me know how that went, dude. Join the Discord. Join the Discord and let your boy know how that went. I feel like I'm trying to give you good info, bro. I don't want to lead you astray. Like if you have a gut feeling about uh Bam Knight or Hunt, in a high over under against the Colts, I feel it. Don't just listen to me. I'm trying to give you good logic behind the decision. So I don't know. I hope that helps, man. But good luck, dude. Either way, Brandon, what's up, dude? I think I recognize you, Brandon. I think you've been here a couple times. Welcome back. Make sure you guys like the stream, so that more people can find it. All that good stuff. Full PBR need a flex. All right, Smitty, ETN, Pittman, or Brees Hall. ETN or Pittman for consistency. I don't know if I want to start Pittman this week, man. Pittman against the Chiefs. It's a tough one. Let's look at it. The Chiefs have been. Where are they at? Okay. All right. I mean, 13th best against wide receivers the last 4 weeks. Uh, on the season, they're a lot better. They're seventh. They're giving up 27.5 points to wide receivers, 6 touchdowns. 6 touchdowns is not a lot, right? They're not giving up a lot of touchdowns to wide receivers. They have really good cornerbacks. Michael Pittman is not somebody that I'm super excited about starting. So um, I get it though, right? Like he's got the best chance to get you, you know, 5 for 60, and maybe he gets a touchdown, right? Like that's a dope ass week. That's a week that you can be happy with. But um, yeah, I mean, looking at the rest of your lineup, if you just need a flex, I mean, you have a super good lineup, bro. You have a really like strong, safe lineup. So with that in mind, when you say Smitty, you mean Devontae Smith, right? Just want to make sure. If you mean Devontae Smith in a full PPR, I'm probably going Devontae Smith. If it's Devontae Smith, or if Smitty is Devontae Smith, I'd go with Devontae Smith. Or every time I see a tweet about Basial Tune, my pants get a little bit tighter. Basial Tune. Let's see if any beat reporters have said anything about our boy Basial Tune. What's up, AYB? Welcome, bro. Pierce or Watson? Christian Watson, right? If it's Pierce and Christian Watson. Here's the thing about Watson, bro. It is a very low over under 41.5 points. I think they're expecting this to be a defensive game. No problem, Brandon, dude. Good luck. Again, come back and let me know how it went. I like Brissett. I like Brissett, man. I think he's been playing really good. He's been kind of punching above his weight class a little bit. He's been on fire though. Um, he's been on fire, kind of outplaying what we know he's capable of. But I feel like the Cardinals, bro, are just a team that like people just produce, man. Whoever's the running back produces. Whoever's the quarterback produces. They play from behind. They fucking sling it, dude. They play with the lead. They're using the running backs. But with that said, yeah, I like him. I like him this week. Honestly, I think you can start Brissett this week. You can also start him next week. He's playing against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers who've been getting gashed. So I like him. But back to Pierce or Watson. Here's the thing, man. Low over under. Defensive battle. Might even have some weather over in Green Bay. I don't know. Maybe we can check it quickly. 6 degrees. 6 degrees, bro. Both teams are gonna be wanting to run the ball. Uh that's Celsius, by the way. I think. Is it Celsius? Or is it if it's 10 Fahrenheit, that's crazy. No, it's Celsius. I'm gonna go with Pierce. I'm gonna go with Pierce, bro. It's two team. The Chiefs really, they're fighting to get into the playoffs. The Colts, 49.5 over under. Chiefs are a slight favorite, great against the run. I think Pittman probably gets some shadow coverage action, and I think Pierce can get open. I think Pierce can be the guy that can do some things. So I go Pierce over Watson. Watson is just a little bit too big play dependent, and in a game that has a super low over under, I just wouldn't feel too great about it, man. Caleb or Dak? I think you got to go Dak, even though it's a tough matchup. I think you got to go Dak there, bro. Let's look at how the Eagles have been playing against quarterbacks. I know they've been really good. Yeah, bro, they're 11th best. They're averaging 13 fantasy points allowed to quarterbacks. That's a tough one, Misab, Mesib, Misab, Misab, Caleb or Dak. Damn. Caleb Williams against the Steelers, but with no Aaron Rodgers. Decent over under. Damn. Here's the problem, man. The problem with Caleb is that he can get you 37 fantasy. I mean, he's not going to get you 37 very often, but um, the problem is that he's got 5 points, 10 points, 12 points in his bag, bro. That's like a very realistic possibility for Caleb. They could be just smashing the Steelers without Rodgers, and Manungai has a touchdown. Swift's got another. While Dak, I feel like he only has 2 games on the season less than 10 fantasy points, and that's against the Broncos. But that's to be expected, man. That's a tough one though, bro. I feel like I'm not giving you very good input. I mean, Cam is saying Dak. I trust Cam. I trust Cam with most things. That's a tough one, Messab. I think you go with Dak, bro. He's just a safer play. Like Dak has just as good as a ceiling, even in a tough matchup. It could be a back and forth divisional game. Playing for pride here. I don't think the Cowboys can actually make the playoffs, but they're playing for pride. I think go Dak. Caleb, I know it's a better matchup, but it could just be a Manungai Swift show against the Steelers. Go Dak, man. Cameron, Cameroni, feelings on Judkins as a flex in general. They seem down on him, but it's the Raiders, and they will try to help Shed Goyer by getting the run established. I don't get his usage, but it's the Browns. I mean, the way I see it, Cam, that Judkins is the most game script dependent running back probably in the NFL at the moment. So when the fuck are we going to be able to start him if not against the Raiders? Like when I look at the game log here, it's like, all right, we can start him against the Raiders, probably fade him against the Niners, probably start him against the Titans, maybe start him against the Bears. I don't know. Probably sit him against Buffalo, and then you start him again against Pittsburgh. So it's like, in general, Cam, fuck Quinchon. I guess this is what I'm trying to say, man. I hate having him on my team because I have to start him. They are definitely a turd organization for sure. I just don't understand how you can be so bad so consistently. It's actually impressive how consistently bad they are, right? Like you'd expect them to like accidentally be good one year. It's like, bro, they have one of the best defenses I've ever seen. No, that's super hyperbolic, but their defense is super good this season. And they couldn't figure out like having an average fucking offense. They couldn't accidentally stumble into an accidentally good offense, man. Like, come on. Why did you trade Flacco away? Like, it's just I'm about to drop this man, dude, just out of spite. Uh, you're absolutely right, Cam. Like, it's a turd organization. You don't feel great about starting him, even in positive game script. Like, this is supposed to be a positive or at least a neutral game script against the Raiders, but they're fucking. dude, 36.5 over under, and they're projected to lose the game. How? How do you have one of the best defenses, like consistently one of the best defenses? They've stopped so many other teams. They've beaten the Ravens, like, and how are you not favorites against the fucking Raiders, dude? The 2-8 Raiders. It's just like it shows me how shit the markets, Vegas, how everybody thinks about the Browns. So it's like if you can't be favorites against the fucking lowly Raiders, then I don't know if I can start any fantasy player for that team. That's just the way I view it. And yet here we are, dude. I'm starting Judkins as my RB1, and I'm ready to just like. Unfortunately, I don't have any beer. I'd already be drinking with the prospect of having to start Judkins, but it's the Raiders, so I know I just went off on a rant, but that's essentially my takeaway. Fuck Quinshon Judkins. You start him in good matchups. Crazy pills, definitely. And dude, going back to what you said about the dog, fucking an hour ago about your dog. I feel you, man. I feel the pain, dude. Losing a pet, it's brutal, man. I hope you're doing better. Hope you're doing okay. Uh, I like I pretty routinely tell my wife, like, dude, I don't know what I'm gonna do when our cat fucking books a one-way ticket to cat heaven. Like, I moved to Germany. I was living in a super small town with just me and my wife, or my fiance or my girlfriend at the time. Had like no friends, couldn't speak the language. But we went and purchased on like Craigslist type of thing, like a young little Persian cat. She's been like my companion, man. She's goated, dude. She's so dope. And she's like 10 years old now, and it's like, damn, fucking time, dude. Time wins, and in the end against everyone. And I'm just like dreading that. Sorry to get hella fucking morose and grim on you guys, but I feel you, man. I feel you, and I hope you're doing better. Anyway, back to Quinchon Judkins being a fart. Back to watching fight compilation videos on Twitter. Happy to hear it, man. Sorry I haven't been around, by the way, on the Discord, dude. I think I already said it at the top of the show, but the newborn life has been very challenging. I have to take a gander at something. Wow. Let's look at some news, man. Let's make sure we don't miss any big. Uh, yeah, I'm not apologizing per se, but just uh, yeah. I wish I could be around more. I guess is a better way to put it. I see you guys having the conversations, and I'm like baby in my hands. I'm like, oh shit, can I open Discord? And then there's like so many messages to catch up on. You're just like, oh, I just can't. Anyway, um, let's. There's no news, man. What's going on, dude? It's already 6 o'clock, 6:17 p.m. over here, and nothing. Do you see JT struggling before end of season? It's a good question, man. Let's have a look at his schedule. Actually, it's interesting. Let's. I feel like he's due for some regression, right? Like the man is on an absolute generational run at the moment. The Nick Fuentes of running backs. Week 9 is kind of a little bit of a glimpse of what's possible, right? We saw it last season as well. When the Colts were winning and when their offense was humming, Uh, Jonathan Taylor was great, phenomenal. We probably should have been drafting him way higher. But the splits are brutal, dude. Denver 9 points, Detroit 3.5, Jets 6.5. That's when their defense is actually really good, right? They had Quinton Williams still. Minnesota last season. So that's the problem, right? The run defenses are and game script is really big, right? Like I think the reason Taylor wasn't a first round pick this season was not because of talent. It was because we weren't expecting Daniel Jones to have such a positive impact on the offense as a whole. I'm an ex Colts fan. I used to be a Colts fan back before the Rams moved to LA, and um, I don't know why that matters, but I've always loved Jonathan Taylor. Watched his career closely as a kind of an ex Colts fan. Just thought he was one of the best running backs, all that kind of stuff. But uh, he's amazing, dude. He's absolutely the best pound for pound running back between the tackles in space. His missed tackles forced is great enough. He's not one of the top ones, but it's really good. He's extremely fucking fast and he has really good vision. That's like the trifecta. That's what you want. And he hits all of it. The problem is just the offense. Daniel Jones, when pressured, doesn't look good. And when teams get out to big leads, the team really struggles to put Jonathan Taylor in position to succeed. So that's kind of the problem. Only decent running backs are Achane and Aaron Jones. Should I look to get a better RB2? Matthew, send me. Damn, I mean, you don't have a lot of time. If this is the trade deadline for you, uh, get in the Discord, dude, and send a picture of like your lineup. Send a picture of your lineup, and like if you can, or you can just say it here in the chat. But I don't know if you can get some more input from people in the Discord as well. Your lineup and maybe like who are the teams that are out of the playoff picture or close to being in the playoff picture? Which teams have like a surplus of running backs that you can target? Because it's tough to help you, right? It's tough to give you input. Like I have I've done trade videos in the past where I've given like advice on what running backs to target. I've always been big on like Chase Brown. I've been talking about him since pretty much Joe Burrow went out. Uh, but at this point, kind of people are aware that Chase Brown is, he's got this juicy ass schedule. And, Kenneth Walker is another one where talented on a good offense with a really good coaching staff. And, um, he's just the best running back. So, like, if you can still buy Kenneth Walker at like a cheap value, that's somebody that I try to go. Like, if you can take Aaron Jones, package him with like, I don't know, a piece and get Kenneth Walker. The Kenneth Walker owner might be trying to sell high after that one good game. So that's kind of how I'd approach it. I just want good running backs and good teams that are expected to win games because you don't want to get stuck with a guy like Judkins where he's pretty much unusable. You know, 60 or 70% of fucking 100% of the time, right? So that's how I'd approach it, bro. I think we're gonna end the stream soon, guys. Your boy has to get some food before the game start. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Cam. Thank you, Matthew. Fucking even beef Silva's ass with his dissertation that he copy pasted. Good luck with your matchups, everybody. I hope you guys win all of your matchups, unless you are playing players that I'm playing against. I hope they shit the bed, but I hope you still win. So we're gonna call it there, man. And again, thank you guys for being here, and I'll catch you guys on Monday. We're gonna be doing more videos, so good luck to everybody.